And this is Texas.
Starting five for the Longhorns: Gonzalez, Holle, Muhammad, Booker, and Jones. And that a little different. Aaliyah Moore not in the starting five. Texas had a lot of continuity. 12 of their 14 Big 12 games with the same starting five.
Aaliyah Moore struggling with a little bit of tendonitis in her knee, I think, and wasn't in practice yesterday, sparingly today in shoot-around.
Booker showing the arsenal, starting with the dish to Taylor Jones for the first bucket of the game.
Well, the thing about making baskets for Texas is it allows them to get into that full-court press of theirs, and they're very disruptive at times.
Shavers, Maupin, Johnson, Wynn, and Chevalier. Chevalier you may be familiar with if you follow Texas basketball. She was here, but it's Shavers and Maupin, those the two leading the scoring charge for Texas Tech.
Well, the starting lineup has changed so much for Texas Tech from game to game. Krista Gerlich, the head coach for Tech, again, with those injuries, a lot of young players on the floor right now.
She had told us out of this starting five, two would be starters if they were to have a full complement. Wynn working against Jones, shot clock at 4. That one didn't catch any rim. She would have wins at least one over Texas in every year as she's done it the past 3.
Again, a depleted squad.
Foul is on Jada Wynn. Shaylee Gonzalez from the corner. Pounding Texas defense. Point guard position has really been hampered for Texas Tech. Trying to get into that offense as the shot clock once again under 5 as Jones there with the swat. The shot clock's at 1.8 on the inbounds. Good inbound set. Just off on the shot for Jasmine Schaefer's Texas. Back the other way. Into the post. Jones creates a little space with the bump and the finish. Texas off to a hot start. Shavers will break off the make, and there's the first bucket. Jasmine Shavers began her career actually at Mississippi State, that hails from the Lone Star State, Mesquite, Texas.
I love the story that she always wanted to play for Mississippi State after seeing the success that Vic Schaefer had there.
Shay Holle is off, but a rebound for Muhammad, making the most of her start early on. Amina Muhammad.
I think that's the biggest problem for Texas Tech today is keeping Texas off the offensive boards.
Texas, one of the best rebounding teams, 5th in the country, 1st in the Big 12 in rebounding margin, 12.1. Texas Tech struggles. They're 10th in the conference, 156th. This is where Texas ranks, Andrea, across Division I, all in the top 10 in these categories. And Jones.
Maupin's a talented player with the ball in her hands. She's one of those young players for Texas Tech. Maupin is number 20, sophomore. That's a lot of contact right there.
There is Maupin, aforementioned.
Plays so many minutes for this depleted team.
One of those things, maybe short-term pain, long-term gain. Talking to Coach Gerlich as Muhammad pulls up from the free throw line. It's Cash.
Lukanen's a shooter. She will take her shot. She's open.
Good slip screen, but Jones with her second block from behind.
Nice read by Mora to go inside, but look at Jones with that length, her ability to time it. She's like, nope, not happening here.
6'4" senior from Forney, Texas. Also a gum aficionado and chewer.
I've been trying to catch her out there if she's chewing gum, as we see this really nice look from McKinney on the inside.
It was on Sunday, 61-32, where they really struggled. Amina Muhammad will shoot, 58% free throw shooter on the year. Texas as a team, 9th in the Big 12. Shoots 70.4% from the line. 14-7. Once again, quick down the floor. The pace is the corner 3 good. Averages just under 9 minutes per game, but with their injury situation, is a little bit of a zone look now for Texas Tech.
Well, Tech likes to go to that zone, and that's about all they have in their arsenal.
Texas nearly 3 minutes that they've gone without a field goal. 0 for 4 is cut to one possession on the backdoor cut and finish for Maupin.
Yeah, terrific look there by Maupin. I like it when Maupin puts the ball on the floor and goes hard to the rim. She likes to be a jump shooter, three-point shooter, but really long.
There's a jump shot, so Texas continues the drought of their last 5. On the other side, Texas Tech, 3 for 3. Make it 4 for 4. Yes, good.
The bench is going crazy over there for Texas Tech.
Freshman Kelly Moore with the made 3 that gives the Lady Raiders. Booker pulls up from the free throw. That'll break the drought. Madison Booker from Ridgeland, Mississippi, 4-time Big 12 Freshman of the Week. Very much in that conversation for National Freshman Player of the Year, Big 12 Freshman of the Year as a traveling violation. Good defense on the other side by Muhammad. Coach Gerlich, many a battle she has had with the Texas Longhorns. Maybe not in this building, happening at the Irwin Center. You guys shared some great history. We'll get to do such later on as Booker pulls up. That's good. Jody Conrad will join us to talk. Put Texas back in a 3-point advantage under a minute. That ball was tipped.
You cannot underestimate rivalries in teams, and some of these younger players for Texas may not understand it, as there's an offensive foul right here and a turnover. I think Texas was confused as to what happened there.
And the leak out, Maupin wide open. DeYona Gaston trying to catch up, but once again.
I mean, this is a team that with all the injuries could lay down and die, but they have come out with energy and with focus.
Another offensive foul, stepping in, taking the charge. This is like a throwback to the air raid for Texas Tech when they're inbounding. They're sending 4 go routes. Shot clock is off. 10 seconds left in the opening quarter. They've seen a great fight from the visitors in this great rivalry. Chevalier is off in Texas. Up by 1. What does that mean to you? What does this rivalry mean to you?
We'll just go with intensity. You know, there's a lot of intensity in this rivalry. I actually love the story she told about the year in 1993. People say, hey, what was your favorite memory from that season in 1993? And Krista Gerlich says, well, a lot of people think I would say it's the national championship, but really it's when we won at Texas on February 17th for the first time ever.
Won the national championship against Ohio State, so maybe a little bit of homage tonight wearing those black Lady Raider jerseys. Tyler Denning, Andrew Lloyd. 4 games left in the regular season stretch for the 5th-ranked Texas Longhorns. Come in winners of their last 6 in a row. Texas Tech, they've lost 5 in a row, but if you haven't got the message, crumple that up in this rivalry. Throw it on out. Texas Tech has brought the fight. Coach Gerlich said she just wanted her team to play hard, have fun. They're doing that thus far. Packing the paint, Jones will go up. Well, right now, I mentioned for Texas Tech, they struggled with turnovers against Baylor, but right now they've scored 10 points. Jones fails to convert on the second, but Muhammad makes Gonzalez, Holle, Muhammad, Maul, and Jones the 5 on the floor for Texas.
A lot of battling inside.
Shot clock under 4. Cross-court pass. Holle on the pull-up is off. Jones tips it. It'll go the other way.
She hit a couple of shots that were good for Texas, but they're struggling just in that quarter-court offense.
Also, you see with Texas Tech, they've kept all 4 on the inbounds down. Texas has stayed with them throughout, and it's led to some of these runouts as Texas Tech. That's their 5th made 3 on 10 attempts. Gonzalez with the swipe. Haven't seen a ton of that either for Tech.
Won a big 10 or a Pac-10 at the time championship.
There's been a lot of Pacs.
And there'll be no Pac-12 soon. That's crazy.
Texas gets a second chance off the...
Take whatever Vic Schaefer gives her. If she has to sit on the bench behind someone, she's okay with that. She comes in and always gives the same effort.
Texas won in Lubbock 74-47. It was early on just their second contest in Big 12 play as Muhammad rattles it around. Staying with it when you've gotten burned a couple times.
It's habits, and then it's making people play less time in their quarter-court offense. And Vic Schaefer hates people walking the ball down, so I'm sure he wants to dictate tempo.
which right now it really feels like Texas Tech has been able to dictate the tempo of the game in their favor.
Well, they certainly look like the more confident team out there, the team with more energy.
Jones really wanted the ball as Gonzalez goes up and under. All tied up at 23 here in Austin. Probing right at Jones. The shot blocker does influence that one. Gonzalez will be called for a travel. Officials for the evening, Michael McConnell, Angelica Suffren, and Bill Lawrence, who are hearing it from the fans, and Angelica from Vic Schaefer on the turnover. Texas 6 turnovers so far. Maupin.
Come on. 6 for 12 right now from 3, Texas Tech.
Jones draws the double. Texas cycles the ball back in, but Jones.
I have to say this, they work extremely hard, and I've watched their many of the Zoom calls that they're on, talk about things occasionally. They work at their craft.
Yeah, and there's evaluation processes within there that then can affect.
Texas has had some luck from there. Wouldn't call it luck necessarily. That's just good work.
Another offensive foul call.
Last 5 games, Texas Tech has shot 25 for 105 for 25%. So that's pretty good shooting here to start off the game.
Jones with the rebound and the second chance. Yeah, over those last 5 games, the most amount of makes they had were 8. They've already made 6. See the game summary thus far. Maupin with 2 of those makes. Taylor Jones, another rebound and another 2 points as well, now into double digits. Always fun when these two teams get together last regular season meeting. Booker with a little bit of defense. Will collect and find Muhammad to come out of the scrum. Back to the Fab Frosh. Jones.
Jones' shot from 15 feet isn't that pretty, but it is effective out there, and a quick timeout right now.
So they do have the advantage there, Texas Tech. 38% from the field.
Good intensity right now. I think Texas was lacking that intensity early on. You've got to match the energy from the opposing team.
Shot clock at 3. Chevalier, a little floater. Jones.
Shay Holle out for quite a few extended minutes here. It's unusual to see her on the bench. She's played so well for Texas over the course of this conference play since she's been in the starting lineup.
Shay Holle, the Iron Woman for this Texas squad, 40 minutes in 8 games this year. Jones, another baseline jumper, so showing us she can move that range out a little bit.
Yeah, Jones has an array of things that she can do out there on the floor, and one of them is just catch high and make a shot.
Taylor Jones leading the way scoring-wise is Tech, one of their last 7, 0 for 4. Offensive 3 in the key.
As you mentioned, buckling down, more energy.
You had asked as well, is Texas Tech going to be able to keep the pace, blistering pace that they came out with?
Lewis in the game for the first time, number 42 on the interior.
Booker with the miss, but Muhammad with the second chance. Put back, chance for 3 the hard way.
Again, Amina Muhammad hitting the boards like she always does offensively.
5 trips to the line.
And for Texas, their paint points are at 14 right now compared to 6 for Texas Tech. That's where they have had the advantage.
9-0 Texas run over the last 4:20 led to a 6-point lead. Bottom of the fourth, been a physical one. Good defense on the inbounds. Tiptoes for Jones. Texas with the run-out ball. Maupin on the pull-up.
Basic transition defense.
They talked about the different roles and necessity with the injuries that they've had, asking her to play point guard. Ball bouncing around as Texas Tech on the run once again. Maupin, cross court. Shavers. Another made three.
I was just thinking that Shavers needs to get involved with just 2 points before that three. She's been quiet.
Texas having to go. 2 seconds, trying to get the last shot. See if there's a foul on the floor. They will. Texas will shoot their 12th and 13th free throw. Texas Tech, no free throws in this opening half, but they've made a bevy of threes. +6 to Texas's just 1 make. That's why this is still a close game as Jones misses the back end, and we will head to half. Good one always is expected when these two teams get together. Longhorns 5th in the country, leading by 4. We also never know how they're going to go. What else stood out to you statistically from that first half?
Well, I thought just the number of minutes that some players played for Texas or didn't play. Shay Holle only played 10 minutes. She's usually a 40-minute player. Also, DeYona Gaston getting in the game, and Amina Moore getting in the game. Very limited minutes.
It was Amina Muhammad interjected into that starting lineup. Aaliyah Moore is available, did play, same starting 5 out there for Texas in Gonzalez, Holle, Muhammad, Booker, and Jones. Booker bringing the ball up. Booker, quiet night thus far by her standards, especially over the last 2, 4 points, 2 of 6. Texas paced by Taylor Jones with 15 and 6 rebounds. For Texas Tech, Maupin with 12.
I think a lot of the reason Texas has players in or not playing as much with 5 seconds on the shot clock here is simply because of defensive factors.
Booker pulls up, and 2-time USA Basketball Writers Association National Freshman of the Week.
I think it takes a special freshman to be able to take over as at the point guard position, and Hannah Hidalgo at Notre Dame obviously has played that position all season long. Booker having to take over mid-season for Rory Harmon.
If you want some perspective when it comes to Madison Booker, I asked Coach Krista Gerber who her player comp would be for Booker. She thought hard on it. She said nobody. I've never encountered a player like her. She's so unique with her size. It was high praise.
Yeah, it really is. There's not a lot of players like Madison Booker, but I think she reminds me of Maya Moore, who played at Connecticut, got a little bit bigger of a body, better ball handler. Chelsea Gray, who's just a tremendous player.
Muhammad continues to exert her presence.
Jody Conrad, who was part of the rivalry, 112th game today. I think she was part of 63 of those 112, something like that.
You mentioned Texas really dominated the rivalry to start. Historically, they've won 79 games, looking for their 80th tonight, but there's a lot of history out in West Texas. That national championship in 1993, some great players for Texas Tech to get the ball in.
Jones extending out to the shooter.
Step back three right in the face of Jones. Texas still trying to navigate their way. Win is the loud body that goes to the floor. It's been a very physical game. We've seen both coaching staffs working the officiating crew.
There were so many opportunities for both teams to win. I think we reeled off 37 straight wins in the beginning. So that first win for Texas Tech, in jest, I said, well, the good thing about going to Lubbock is it has a good Dillard's.
Oh, jeez.
The next game that we show up, everybody in the stands had a Dillard's bag.
That was great.
So there were a lot of instances like that where the rivalry was alive and well, and it looks like it still is tonight.
Yeah, no disappointment tonight. We saw a big block from Shay Holle on the other end, but building is packed. When you coached against Texas Tech as well, the fans are into it now.
And just as enthusiastic as the fan base we had here in Austin. So it was unusual to go on the road and have big crowds. We were used to it at home, and we got off to a really slow start. We were behind 15-0. I called timeout to try to resettle us, and one of the freshmen in the huddle said to her teammates, "We need to score. Our fans are old. They need to sit down." Well, you know, they're rivalries that are going to be hard to give up. I look at this one, how many times we played. I look at the University of Houston, playing them this year for the first time in a long time.
It's a lot of trips to Dillard's.
Oh, she was good with her trips to Dillard.
And thank you for providing some of the history to this rivalry.
Thank you so much. It's always fun, and appreciate what y'all do to grow the game.
Coach Jody Conrad.
He's taking the bonus for the remaining half of this third quarter. Had mentioned Texas Tech did not shoot a free throw in the opening half. They've shot 5. They've made 2 here in the second half.
A great communication right now by Texas Tech in this zone.
Gaston pulls up, nails the baseline jumper.
Yeah, Gaston really quiet in the first half. Only played a couple of minutes in that first half.
There's a quick shot into the offensive sequence.
Behind the back.
Gaston again. Another rebound. Gaston rebounds, misses, tipped over. Maupin will come up. Tipped off by Shay Gonzalez. Texas. Where does the offense come with this 5 on the floor? Into Gaston to shoot?
Yeah.
DeYona Gaston, 70% free throw shooter on the season. He's good. It's a massive free throw advantage. Right now, 19 attempts to just 5 for Texas Tech thus far. Shavers, McKinney, Buchanan, Maupin, Mora, the 5 on the floor for Lady Raiders.
She's having trouble with her vision.
Shay Gonzalez really active too in the passing lanes.
Absolutely.
On-ball defense as well. So the leader on the floor. Into Gaston, using her size to go over the top.
And that's Gaston. Gaston is athletic. She's tall. She's long. Coming back off of injuries. But she is getting into her groove.
Maupin does it herself. Swish. Texas Tech shot sub 20% in 2 quarters in their last matchup against Baylor. It's the second 3 that we've seen Gisela Maul shoot. And early in offensive possessions, Texas not a big 3-point shooting team. On the deck, off the glass, Shavers with the finish. Keeps it at 1 possession, 2 minutes left in this third quarter.
Shot clock dwindling down.
Trying to find D. Gaston. That one ends up in the hands of Amina Muhammad. Texas losing their size advantage offensively.
Yeah, 13 and 13 for Amina Muhammad. 13 points, 13 rebounds, 9 offensive rebounds from Amina Muhammad today. Just killing it on the offensive boards.
Shavers, a single bye in Kansas City in 2 weeks, but they're positioned to hold. They want that double bye and also would love to have some regular season hardware. Their net right now, Andrea, is 4.
Well, a 1 seed's going to be a tough thing for conference play, certainly. That is going to be something that they're really looking for. And they want to share this conference title. By the way, happy leap year.
Ah.
How exciting. It's a leap year. February 29th.
They're leaping.
I'm leaping. They're leaping.
Step back, Mora. Good from 3. 10th made 3-pointer for Texas Tech.
How about Kelly Mora really stepping up? A Lubbock player, a Lubbock girl. Just a freshman able to hit huge shots today.
Most Texas Tech has made on the season is 13 over this 5-game losing streak. The most they've made was 8 against Cincinnati. Texas Tech now at the advantage. Holle from deep. That's good.
It's been a slow game for Shay Holle, but it's so important that she's involved as well.
Would have counted had it gone for Chevalier. Andrea, this is a Texas Tech team that came in depleted. Only 2 starters that they would traditionally have if they were to be healthy. Coach Krista Gerlich wanted a lot of fight in this rivalry. She has got it. 1-possession game going into the 4th.
Exactly what she would like out of this game, but Texas continuing to go inside. First team all-conference play.
Maupin steps into a 3. Offensive emphasis for Texas has seemed to be D. Gaston in the post. Second half thus far. This time to Muhammad. Good space. Did her work early. You thought maybe shuffled the feet a little.
Yeah, I think she might have traveled there, but a good job of Gate, like you said, getting deep into the paint on her post-up. She has had a tremendous game.
Gaston with some defense for Texas.
They have been loud. Gaston giving them something to cheer about. Taylor Jones on the bench with some foul trouble, but Booker on this bench over there with 4 fouls as well. Take care of the basketball. Keep feeding your post, especially DeYona Gaston.
Very close to 5 on the inbounds for Texas Tech. For the Lady Raiders, I think at this point, the threes are going to keep falling. They've been falling. Look for either Muhammad or Gaston as the shot clock under 5. Shay Holle tried to collect, but coming out of the scrum, back the other way. Johnson, right against Maul, off the glass, will shoot free throws.
Obviously, Johnson has come on as the season has gone on for Texas Tech.
59% free throw shooter, misses the first. Student section has made their presence felt, especially on these free throws. Both off. Muhammad collects. Shot clock at 6. Gonzalez high to Holle. Good strip defensively. McKinney with the hands. Shot clock will be at 2 for Texas.
For a little lob inside right here to DeYona Gaston.
Gaston being told she did not know.
Vic Schaefer going out of his mind thinking there was a foul right there on a DeYona Gaston. Texas continuing with that press.
Schaefer slicing right through it. Scramble play goes in favor. Maybe not the way you draw it up, but Kelly Mora there for the finish.
Kelly Mora continues to impress today. 0 threes before today's game. She's 2 for 2 from downtown. Got a couple of basket inside.
Gaston fighting. Gaston. Opportunity for 3.
The first half for Amina Muhammad on the boards. Texas is just powering their way into the paint.
Maupin working off the screen. Pinned down. Shot clock at 6. Good contest. Muhammad taps it out to Gonzalez.
Boy, Muhammad's been all over the place defensively on the boards.
Gaston short, fighting. Muhammad there once again.
That is 10 offensive rebounds for Amina Muhammad today.
15 total. In the spot of Aaliyah Moore, and she has definitely made the most.
Boy, just watching this West Virginia-Kansas game as well right now.
Quick back the other way, body control, Maupin. This has been the impetus all night for Texas Tech. Travel called on Muhammad, shuffled the feet. Looking the phenomenal freshman, getting a small taste of this rivalry.
Kansas State comes away with the win against West Virginia. Boy, tell you what, great game by Aoka Lee, who was back today for Kansas State. Over 30 points. That was a huge win for the Wildcats.
Texas with tenacious defense. That one important. Those are the 2 other teams that are tied with Texas for that second position. 3 teams. The roll for Shavers. Kansas State out of that tie. Texas would like to stay right there with them. Holle, fadeaway.
Boy, that's her shot right there. And again, Texas in that short corner. Going right at Booker. See if she can get her in foul trouble right there.
Beautiful lead pass. Cut. Finish for Maupin. Timeout on the Texas Tech bench.
Offensively, it's great. Defensively, let's see if they can defend.
And what is their sensational freshman point guard do to initiate the offense? What a pass. Great steal from Jones. Better find from Booker.
Yeah, great vision. Booker has terrific vision. Now Texas needs a stop here. Texas Tech needs to recognize the mismatches.
Shavers pull up. Booker with the rebound. Texas looking to run. Wisely pulls it out.
Texas Tech still in that zone.
Gonzalez. Maupin, though, does not hesitate. Gonzalez was there. He's having a great defensive game.
Gonzalez was big. Texas only hit 3 threes today. They are a selective three-point shooting team, but that was just a dagger. You see Gonzalez line it up.
Footwork?
Oh, absolutely. 18 she had against Iowa State, and you see Booker knocked down free throws, shooting over 90%. Feeling a little rushed.
Largest lead for Texas in the contest. Gonzalez again. Jones is fighting Maupin. May have caught a foot. It looked like. Maupin will go to the line, 87% free throw shooter. So this is an opportunity.
Cut into the 9-point lead that Texas has.
Shavers has also done her damage offensively with 17, 7 of 16 from the floor. They get Shavers, trying to isolate on Holle. Does beat her off the glass in the finish.
Back still in the zone, a little bit of a 1-2-2 now instead of a 2-3 look.
Booker employing her team to get into the set. Texas called the grappling down low, the foul.
For Texas Tech.
Shooter that shoots in the 60s from the start. 94 seconds left in regulation.
Good look.
Out quick, Shavers. Whistle, though, on the movement. The three is good. Count it, Shavers.
And another possession for Texas Tech.
Most made threes. A road game this season for Texas Tech, but now can they find great backdoor cut? Maupin off the glass.
That was really nice patience. You see the two post players essentially handling the ball on that play and then just finding Maupin. 4-point game.
Under 60 seconds as Muhammad drops to the floor. There's the foul on the contact as Booker trying to work through Maupin. Booker, an excellent free throw shooter. Gets it. Maupin just 2 points away on the other end from her season high. She has 22. Shavers has 22 as well, but Tech needing to go. 6-point game. 45 seconds. Maupin wants the screen.
Texas switching everything.
Shavers will go against Muhammad. Gaston there, but a whistle.
Texas Tech put the ball on the floor and go to the rim for a 2 rather than giving up a 3 right there.
Big second one, make. Texas Tech in need of a defensive stop. Texas looking to try to salt this one away. They do get across the timeline, and Booker. 3-second difference between the game and the shot clock is right out of the timeline as Booker being defended by Shavers, confident to just dribble around and take her chances at the free throw line. Career high 15 rebounds for Muhammad. Second double-double this season. Booker good on her first. Was hampered by foul trouble. The majority of this Shavers win have been the ones as that ball's tipped. Shavers will end up with it. Pulls up. Good from 3.
Got him to the foul.
Quick back to Booker. So now Booker, game high 27 points for Jasmine Shavers, sophomore from Mesquite, Texas. Booker perfect from the line. For Shavers has tied her season high.
Yeah, for Texas, it has come down to free throws here today, and they've been in very few close games this year. Their 3 losses have all been close.
Texas Tech does not have a timeout, so no advancement. Maupin have to go fast, but at 2 possessions, she pulls up from deep. It's off, and Texas, it wasn't without a fight in this rivalry game. 112th meeting.